You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The Herons are champs. Yeah. Roll out to Freedom Park, rocking pink and black. Official tissue in the 305, bounty full of greats. The Battered Fan with Chris and Dan dropping hot takes. Messi and the Herons start the season with a star on the crest. So 29 fan bases can cry, cause we the best. Sign homegrowns like Noah, Frey and Ruiz, replacing goats with greats. Yeah, Miles got the cheese and he called it. Freedom to dream was the backbone. From Lockhart to Miami, it feels good to be at home. Multiple times a week on YouTube and audio. Take the time to subscribe, like and share the show. So check and chat, grab your MLS cup and coming. No question about it, I'm ready to get a star again.
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 532 of the Battered Herons podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Godon, alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, a win is a win in the North, and it's nice to have.
America wins, baby.
America wins. There was a nice feel-good moment in the game that I want to go over later, but we'll talk about it as we get along.
Do you feel good about today's performance? It's 4-2, 4-0 at one point.
There's moments. This is another game of moments, at least to me. I don't know if we played like a cohesive brand of soccer. I don't know. I don't feel too great about it, but we did better. It looked better, right?
I mean, anything could look better than that second half in Orlando. I mean, or against Orlando. So, I mean, if you're comparing it to that, yeah, technically we look better.
Yes, this could have had a potential of Orlando, though. Like, there's some pretty terrible moments as well.
I still haven't seen Toronto's first goal. I heard the announcer say something about Ayala. I still have no idea what exactly happened. But
he blew it. He completely blew it. He tried to cross it to the other side of the pitch. They were getting it out of our third, right? And he completely whiffed. Totally forgot how to play soccer and whiffed on the pass. And it was taken from him, passed into this guy Emilio, and Emilio just put it right past the keeper.
Shout out to him. Aristizabal, his dad is a Colombian legend.
Yes.
So.
Osorio is Colombian too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
The midfield disappeared once Bright and Segovia came off, no?
Yes. And Ayala didn't slip. He blew it. He whiffed on it. There wasn't a slip. He whiffed on it. He had his foot planted. He completely forgot how to play soccer.
And shout out to Mr. Krabs, St. Clair's birthday, by the way. Yeah, I know. We talked about that in length.
Yes.
During our preview episode about how I thought that he would get a clean sheet because it was his birthday. And for a moment, I really thought that he might actually pull it off. But then they took off Bright and Segovia, and then there was just no resistance in that midfield.
You know what's funny is I've been wanting to see Ayala. Like, I want to see what the hell this guy's about, because I still feel like we don't know what we have in him. And I thought that this was kind of the best time to play him.
Of course, you're up 4-0,
at least,
of course.
Well, and not just that, but like throughout the next couple games before the World Cup to figure out who the hell's this guy. And now I know, like, Ayala, Hoyos, you fucking blew it with Ayala. You went and you got him. Now you got to deal with him. And here you are putting him in for the two guys that you probably don't like. And he fucking whiffed.
Shout out to, I'm not sure how to say your name, but new here.
Ejiasaim Jr.
Appreciate you hanging
Shout
out
with
us.
You.
Hope you liked and subscribed to the show. Yeah, man. It wasn't overwhelmingly good. Toronto was undermanned. They were down like 10 or 11 players, not all starters. They still had some starters playing. But, yeah.
No Mikhailovic, no Sargent. They're down
Right.
starters.
No, Steve Fuentes. Yeah, they were down starters for sure. So no, not convincing. They got the job done, but I'm not feeling great. The first half, they scored. Was it twice in the first half, or was it once? Twice? Yeah, twice in the
Yes.
first half, and it's still not that convincing. I felt like they looked
Oh no,
better in the
once
second
we
half than they
scored
did
once in
first
the
half.
first half. It was 1-0.
So it was once.
It
Okay.
was it was Rodrigo de Paul's moment. And
Yeah.
listen, this is the game right here. Have hope is saying Portland next week as well might be sabotage. And listen, if we lose to Phil Neville, to our old ex coach, it's time to burn the whole house down.
We got the job done. We scored 4 goals. We took advantage of the chances we got. I didn't think we
Yes.
looked great, not fluid. I'm still not a fan of Suarez starting. Berterame still doesn't convince me. I'm glad that Lujan got the start. Muda, I think, looks terrible, but apparently Frey wasn't available. So, I mean, I guess I can't complain about that because if Frey's not available, then I guess that's what you have to do. Even though technically you could have just put Falcon at center back and Lujan at right back. But I guess Falcon has earned his spot on the bench today, which is fair. And I don't mind that. I guess let me just put up the starting lineup. Oh, wait, before I keep going. Atmosphere. What did you think about? Did you see the Lego stands for them? Those things are scary. On Twitter, I retweeted somebody from Toronto that put up pictures. Looks terrifying up there.
Well, I didn't see the stands itself, but as far as the vibe, I mean, it was packed. And I think that's sort of the angle, right? Because with the World Cup, they're preparing Toronto for the World Cup.
It was a soft open for it.
It was nice. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, those seats look terrifying. And apparently this is the high, and obviously because they added the Lego seats, so of course it's gonna have that. But this is the highest attended game in Toronto's FC history.
Was it?
Yeah. Because they added those new seats for the World Cup. So this is the first time they test out those Lego seats.
And shout out to Sam. Much appreciated for the love. Thank you guys for showing us love here, especially on this midday disaster. Like I'm here doing.
Did you notice I'm wearing the America
errands
kit?
And yes, I noticed. I picked up on
America wins. I think that's what the take home here is. America wins.
Yeah, let's not go too crazy because we're not doing so good on the CCC. So let's take it easy. Cógelo con take it easy, my friend.
Fuck Canada.
Yeah. How did you feel about the game?
I'm glad they got the dub. I wasn't convinced with the performance. I thought they could have and should have looked better. I thought the second half looked much better than the first half. But then they subbed out our midfield, and then there went that. Who's starting to GoFundMe to get us on Yeah.
Listen, I feel like how are we winning in Toronto, and then come next week we're going to be playing against Portland. I mean, we still have a game this week.
Off the top of my head, how many draws do we have at New Stadium? 3, right? We played 4 games, 3 draws and 1 loss, right?
3 draws and a loss, yes.
Okay, so our record away from home is 5-1-1. Our record,
That's
6-1-1. I'm sorry, 6-1-1. That's our record away from home. At home, we're 0-3-1. We're road warriors, apparently.
I mean, I guess. I mean, it's just the jinx, though. It's the jinx.
Far better away from home.
Do you feel like? I mean, I think we should start off with St. Clair, not because I want to start the goalie poly, but I feel like because it's his birthday. Well, I mean, I guess we'll go through the starting 11 then, no? Because you don't want to look at them like individually. So the starting 11 here, we have Dane St. Clair in goal. Mm-hmm. He is the birthday boy for today in Canada.
I thought he played a good game up until obviously the last 15 minutes of the game. I thought he had a solid game. He had some good blocks. There was one that was a curler that was gonna go to the far post, and he got his fingertip on it. I thought he had a decent game. Unfortunately, he let the first goal again. I haven't seen the first goal. The second goal was a header. Maybe he should have stopped it. I don't know. But the first one, I have no idea how it looked. I'm gonna go look for it right now.
You should take a look at it now while I
Yeah,
go
I'm gonna-
ahead and talk about this lineup of here. The back four goes with Noah Allen left back. We had Mikael, and then instead of your boy Falcon, we had Lujan finally starting. And then of course Ian Frey's not there on the bench either. So Facundo Mura starts at right back. You have the three in the middle, which consist of Segovia, RDP, and then Bright. And then at the top three, we have Beterame, Suarez up top, and then Messi on the right. So, and you and I spoke a little bit before the game started about some of the differences, and I'm sure tons of people were super happy to see Falcon on the bench.
Yeah, I'm sure plenty of people were happy about that, and like I said, I didn't mind it because of his current run of form. I can't seem to find that goal. So I didn't mind it. I was.
You need to go.
I found
go on the Toronto FC and look. Stancy's here trying to lighten the load for us. Says we still suck, guys. Don't be fooled. And Stancy's usually the voice of reason in this room.
Oh my God.
In this chat, yeah, no, he completely blew it. Whoever said he slipped.
God.
Where is that Ayala? Did Ayala just join us from his burner account?
He might have slipped, but still, that was bad.
No way. He blew it. He blew it. He blew it. He blew it. That wasn't a slip.
Okay, so the first goal definitely wasn't on St. Clair.
No, first goal wasn't. No, he completely blew it.
Wow, that was bad.
Yeah, the second goal might have been on St. Clair, but at the same time, again, it's I don't know. St. Clair almost took the ball out the box.
All right. So starting lineup again, I was okay with Falcon. I thought Lujan's had a great season. I thought he had a great game. I thought Lujan and Mikael were closing in on players great. I thought they were having a good game. I thought Yannick Bright, they were essentially playing with three in the back because Yannick Bright was so often playing like that third center back. He was that deep lying midfielder playing that single pivot role with Segovia and Rodrigo de Paul on each side, playing the 8 roles. I love this lineup. I love this formation with the single pivot with Bright being that single pivot. I do love it. I don't love Rodrigo de Paul. I felt like he's still giving the ball away. You know, in football, there's triggers, right? I was like, for example, like if you're gonna press high, you wait for a certain trigger. Whether if they kick it back to the keeper, that's your trigger. Go press. Somebody has a heavy touch, that's the trigger. Go press. I feel like for some teams, it's like Rodrigo de Paul has the ball, go press, like go get on him, because he might turn the ball over because he's just coughing it up, and it seems like every time he touches, they pounce. And I think it might be a trigger for some teams. Like it's Rodrigo the ball gets a touch, go ahead and press him because they're on his ass.
Well, he gets a little too cocky and confident with the ball, like, and he does this thing where he kind of like extends the ball in front of him a little further than he should be, and then it always gets typically picked or just kind of kicked ahead of him. Go ahead.
Well, you know what sucks is that I felt like Rodrigo de Paul didn't play a great game, but because of the goal, it's gonna everybody's gonna forget about the rest of the game.
Of course. Yeah, I don't think he played a great game either.
No,
I don't. Well, there was a couple passes. Game. Yeah, there were a couple passes that he connected on.
He's not a horrible player. He's not a bad player.
He gets the ball so much.
He's not an Allende. He's not a Berterame. Like he's not a scrub. He's not a Mura, but he's not a DP. Like in my opinion,
no,
and that's where the problem is.
Well, that's the thing. You grade him when we grade him just based on this you performed okay. We can't grade him like that. He's a DP player for this team. And he's Rodrigo de Paul. And you're still out here collecting Pokemon cards playing like this.
And Brian, I disagree. I mean, he's a DP player, yes, technically, but he doesn't
absolutely like a DP. I don't know about absolutely.
I don't think he's played well enough to be like, he's a difference maker. Like, I don't think so at all.
Well, and I think the other deceiving part of
Keyshawn saying that DePaul is a DM, that's what I thought when he came into this team. To me, I think that's the worst part of his game is defending. He usually just watches people dribble by him. Like he doesn't have the pit bull in him at all. The only time he has the pit bull in him is when he's bitching at the ref or if somebody goes and bothers Messi. Other than that, when he's actually playing, there's no pit bull in that guy.
No. And not only that, but I think, like I was going to say, I think the deceiving part about his game, Danny, is the fact that since he gets the ball so much, he has opportunities where he looks good. But then he also blows a lot of things. Hold on. No, Keyshawn, we're not doing this. We're not doing this, Keyshawn. This is not the comment you want to throw out here in the chatosphere. Okay? Keyshawn saying, for those of you on audio, he's a destroyer. What is he destroying, Keyshawn?
Maybe he is, because that's what I heard, but he hasn't been that on Inter Miami. That's what I heard. I heard he's a destroyer. But next to Busquets, he wasn't that. And this year he hasn't done that. And I've been waiting for it.
Yeah. Well, so far for the game, Danny, I don't know if you want to kind of go through it, I guess, section by section on the pitch, or if you want to go through it like how we usually do, first half, second half.
Yeah, go for it.
So, I mean, we can do first half. First half was, in my opinion, it was just awful. It was terrible. You have the freshest players. Luis Suarez, I mean, he does well and he creates well, but dude, there were some runs that he was making where like pieces of his body were like falling in front of him. It's crazy.
He also had a pretty bad miss that I thought he was going to nail no matter what. I thought if he would have gone near post, I thought the goal was completely open. He tried to go far post, went wide, and I thought that was going to be a goal for sure.
Mr. Krabs, I'm not destroying anything. But then again, I don't have a nickname called El Motocito. If I have a nickname called El Motocito, I better be destroying stuff.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I'm not hating on DePaul just because I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's horrible. But when I know that we have 3 DPs on the team only, and that's all you get, I wish he would be better. I wish he would be either great defensively or great in the attack. And I feel like he's just good in both, or, slightly above good.
Well, I mean, Kenti's saying he destroys the ground. That's where he hangs out, because he's always complaining when he gets hit on the ground.
And then Brian saying that we just don't understand how DePaul plays. This is how he plays. That's fair. That's fine. And he can do that for a better team. When he's on a team that has a bunch of other really good players around him, that's great.
He could be that guy.
In the MLS, unfortunately, if you got the DP designation, you gotta be the guy. And if he's not that guy, that's not his fault. It's Hoyo's fault for bringing him in. But that's why we grade him on a different scale, because on this team, maybe he's not that guy. Maybe if he had a bunch of stars around him, like when he plays for Argentina or Atletico, maybe he looks much better because he's surrounded by other players that can cover him behind or help him create. On this team, though, there's 3 guys that are expected to carry the load. Messi, which always does it. Rodrigo DePaul, which has been playing okay, but hasn't been carrying the load. And Berterame, which is just so pointless.
A waste.
So pointless.
And
compared to Berterame, Rodrigo DePaul is the greatest player I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Compared to Berterame.
But you know what? He also has the luxury, RDP has the luxury, that he doesn't have to be that guy, because Messi is the guy of all the guys. So he just has to kind of help the guy be the guy. Listen, Keyshawn, and this is another thing a lot of people are talking about with Casemiro, that the expectation of him coming here is going to make us better.
I don't want to get this show's going to get completely derailed, and we're going to have a Casemiro episode. We're going to have a Casemiro episode. Maybe not this week because we have a midweek game. But we're going to have a Casemiro episode because I don't understand how that's going to make RDP better.
Yeah. So first half, Danny. First half, there's only one goal, and it was an RDP moment on a free kick where he is actually allowed to take the free kick. It bounces back to him. I'm
sorry to cut you off. You know what I was thinking when they were about to take that kick? I thought to myself, why do they stand somebody next to Messi? Everybody knows Messi's going to take. Literally what I was thinking. It's like, what's the point? Like, nobody else is going to take this other than Messi. And then Rodrigo DePaul took it. Completely surprised me, because I was literally thinking that right before he kicked it. I was like, what's the point? Messi always takes the shot.
Yeah.
It's pointless.
I think it's because he wants to just have somebody to talk to him while he's taking the free kick, because he's there like with his hand over his mouth. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it was a nice shot. It was a nice moment. RDP takes it on the volley, far post, and bounces it right in.
Yeah, it was a nice second shot, hit the post,
Yeah.
and yeah, I am really glad that he scored because
Now,
he hasn't had, like I said, he's been playing okay.
now to be honest, before that goal happened, I felt like Inter Miami had more better opportunities, cleaner opportunities on goal. Yeah, the free kick was an absolute disaster, Brian.
Yeah, I felt like in the first half, I feel like they might have had an opportunity here or there, but I just felt like it was such a back and forth game. I thought, like,
It was.
I thought Toronto came out with a purpose to defend, and they were like, we're just gonna
Yeah.
defend, and they were making it difficult for Miami. And I thought in the second half they let off of that, and that's why Miami looked so much better.
Well, and I think that what they ended up trying to the game opened up in the second half,
Yeah, 'cause they
and
stopped in that low block.
yeah, and that kind of was a disaster for them. But that's not good when Toronto is hanging out, like hanging around with you, and you got 10, 11 players that are out, and like 3, 4 of them are starters. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, but when they play that low block and you can't push them out wide or spread them out wide because you have nobody playing on the wings. Because Messi, even though technically he was playing almost like a right winger today, like, he's always an inverted winger. Like, he's going to play more centrally. And then Berteram is out wide, but, he's not staying out there. And even if he gets the ball out there, he's not doing anything with it. I love Noah Allen, but, he's not going to do much offensively out there either. Like, he had a game here or there that was good where he was crossing the ball, but, like, he's not really considered a danger out there. So you're not really going to open up that low block. You're not spreading it out. So it makes life a lot harder.
Well, and that's something that I kind of want to touch on, especially that you brought up Noah Allen when we get over to the Regilon substitution. But game ends or half ends 1-0. We're up 1-0 against Toronto. I mean, I don't know how you feel, but I'll tell you how I felt. And I thought to myself, this is starting to move into a direction where Inter Miami can be able to control it. With this squad, I felt decently comfortable.
You mean keeping the squad that was out there for the second half?
Yeah, like with that same squad, I felt like in the second half that we could have been able to draw it out and like walk away with a 2-0, 2-1 result by halftime. That's how I felt.
Okay. I thought we would win. I thought we would win comfortably. I thought that my 3-0 scoreline had a chance because I really felt like Toronto wasn't dangerous at all. I thought that they might stick with the low block. I was surprised that they switched it up and they went after the game in the second half. But that's why it opened up for us also. And we got those 3 other goals. But at halftime, I felt comfortable. At halftime, I felt like we're going to do well.
Xavier Penny saying, I can't wait to see Regilon play again in 10 games. Second half, Danny. We end up coming out with the same lineup. No changes are made, which is great because we felt pretty good about the starting lineup.
Oh, let me check something.
Yeah,
first half. Oh, my tablet froze.
Motorcito. You guys with the
Motorcito
comments.
I want to check the possession stats. Oh, there it is. Okay. So in the first half, we held 64% possession. They held 36%. They were playing a low block. They were just defending.
Yeah.
In the second half, 56-44. Right? It's closer to 50-50. They stopped playing as defensive in the second half, and that's why things opened up for us. A lot of those goals ended up being almost like counters, right? Or counter presses.
Well, and I felt like it was opening up, but then you have Toronto. They have some pacey players, Danny. Like they can get past our defense. They were able to get past our defense pretty easily. They just had nobody that's a clinical finisher. Like I think if Josh Sargent were to have played this game, and I'm not saying like Josh Sargent is some world beater, but like he is a pretty good striker. He's been performing pretty well. And I think if he would have played, this game kind of would have been a little different.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't doubt it.
Because Kerr is good, but he's not like this amazing finisher. He can get to spaces, but he's not great. I don't know
Silvetti
how I
was
feel
on the
ab-
bench. He was available. Why didn't we
Yes.
play Silvetti? Silvetti, look, I'm not a fan of Suarez starting, but if you want to start Suarez,
Yeah.
F it. Go ahead. But stop putting Berterame in with him. Put in Silvetti. This team would be so
Yeah.
much more dangerous with Suarez in the middle of the box and then Silvetti playing the ball out wide.
But I think that they did that because Silvetti was injured recently,
Oh.
so they don't want to risk
The
playing
American
him.
haters here.
Oh gosh,
Frey-
Jesse,
Jesse,
welcome.
do you really believe that Frey isn't better than Mura? Because if that's what you believe, if you really think Mura is better than than Frey, then I can't take you seriously.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen the difference in performances? Come on. Come on. And I love that he comments on a lot of our videos and appreciates you,
I
Jesse, for
appreciate it.
watching.
I mean, even though the majority of them are insulting us, but I appreciate it anyway.
Yes. But, like, come on, man. You got to see some of the facts here. So I'm going to walk through the goals, Danny. Luis Suarez ends up scoring. Oh, look at that. Xavier Penny's dropping it down on you,
On the
Jesse.
money.
Says Frey
On the money.
over Cello over Mura.
100%.
And then Xavier drops over Pitch Invader over Mura. And then Frey over any Argentine right back. That's another great comment by Ashton.
For sure.
So Luis Suarez scores at the 56th minute. And this was essentially a dropped off pass to him. He went near post, left-footed, I believe. And it was because there was a player down for Toronto. I forgot who it was. It was Raheem Edwards, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He was just like laying on the other side of the pitch.
Yeah.
And nobody cleared the ball
But it's funny
out for Toronto.
because Suarez was cherry picking and he saw that and he said, F it.
Yeah, he's
That's
so lazy.
hilarious. No, not lazy. He's intelligent.
I know, but you know what that reminded me of? Like when we used to play basketball, and Andy Bear don't care. Yes,
Andy Bear don't care. Mr. Cherry
He don't care. He's gonna wait
Shout out
back
to Andy
there.
Bear.
And shout out to Andy. Throw the ball down there. He's waiting for it. Easy 2 points.
Look, dude, if I got a steal and my back was to the other basket, I could just flip it back. I knew he was back there somewhere. Just
yes.
But yes,
Easy
that was a heads up play, man. I thought that was amazing.
So and it's nice to see Luis Suarez get a goal. Still
Absolutely.
at this point, I mean, still no Beterame goal. I mean, at this point, I'm okay with what's going on with Luis Suarez. You know, I'm a fan of him. You hate him for some reason. You don't
Luis
want him to
Suarez?
start. Yes, you just want him to come on in the 89th minute.
No, not the 89th minute. I want him to come in the 65th minute.
Yeah, that's.
But you know what?
fair.
If they're doing it because Silvetti isn't ready to play, and you don't have any other options, because Allende wasn't even available today. I don't know if it was a visa issue because they were playing in Canada or what, but Allende wasn't even available.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess. But once Silvetti and Allende are available, I would hope that Silvetti gets the start and either Berterame or Suarez goes to the bench. I don't like them starting together. I don't like it.
So let me ask you a question. So then would you prefer Berterame starting with a Silvetti on the left and then Luis Suarez coming in at the 65th minute? Or would you prefer like a Luis Suarez starting,
You know what?
Berterame coming off
I'm
the
going
bench?
to tell you something. And I know I've been preaching, I don't want Suarez starting. And although I really do feel that, Berterame is so terrible that I think I'll take
he's
Suarez starting for 90 minutes and just crawling for the last half hour. Like, just crawl. I don't care. At this point, just crawl around the pitch because I'd rather see Luis Suarez crawling on his bad knees than seeing Berterame out there. There was a point where he was going to pass the ball to I don't know who, and he like kicked Pinter in the head or something. Like, he's just so effing
He's a
bad.
mess.
I am so sick of seeing that guy. And that's our DP, guys. That's our DP. But we should have an episode where we just like look at all the DPs we've ever had, from Pizarro to I don't know,
Matuidi.
Higuain, like all of them, and then just list the best from best to worst. And then after we get to the worst, find another status for the one below that, because that's where Berterame lies. He lies somewhere in that darkness below the worst.
I can't wait to do that episode. I can't wait.
Blaze Matuidi wasn't a DP technically, and
Supposedly.
that's why Inter Miami got the bow bow, because he
Yeah.
technically wasn't a DP, even though he was being paid like one.
So, Danny, we jump over to the next goal, which was my favorite goal and the feel-good goal of the game for me. Regilon steals the ball, getting crossed over to his side, plays it into Messi, folds over to the right side, makes an overlapping run.
Mhm.
And Messi says, I'm going to reward you, my guy. Drops it off to him. And the moment he dropped it off to him, I knew he was going to go in for the kill. And he gets a goal. Shout out to Asif Mahmoud with the 199 Super Slam. Says Miami's form runs parallel to Chris's Wi-Fi. Okay today.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi is
You know
pretty
what?
decent today. It's not top of the
I was
line, but it's okay. It's getting the job done.
I don't know. I was gonna disconnect because I have like a box here that I use for like the Wi-Fi or whatever. But the thing is, I'm thinking about going on like Wi-Fi, not this direct connecting. So I don't know. No, yes, I would take this. Current Higuain over Beterame, I might do that.
I think anybody. Didn't we have this conversation? Was it on the Ventanita or was it no? I think it was on an actual like a regular show.
Yeah.
We were talking about who we would take as a DP over or as a striker over Berterame, and we named just about everybody.
Yeah, but you didn't want to take
everybody.
Vasilev.
Nah, I'm not taking Vasilev. I'm not taking that guy back.
Yeah.
I'll take
So that was
Berterame.
That was the third goal, Danny. 3 goals up. 3 goals up in the game, and then Messi ends up getting his goal. Now, I don't remember this goal, to be perfectly honest. I think I missed it for a second, so I don't know if you can be able to sort of describe the goal. And thank you, Sucks. Badaherons over Beterame. Absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember Messi's goal. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember it now. How was it that
Well,
Messi scored?
I think it was he ended up taking it, he bent it around, like he ended up coming from the top of the box. Oh no, that was when he got fouled over at the top of the box. I'm gonna have to look at a replay because I don't remember. I think I stepped away for like a moment or something.
Yeah, these 1 o'clock games are kind of brutal. There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah, dude. I'm like cutting the grass outside and like taking apart furniture here, building stuff. Like, what the hell's happening?
So while I pull up this last goal, I see somebody in the chat was asking about Region and what we thought of Region. Region, I've always thought that he's good. The issue with him is that he's never going to be healthy.
Okay, so I'm watching the goal, and it's kind of it's kind of refreshing my memory. It was a beautiful sort of give and go with RDP. Okay, now I remember. It was a give and go with RDP. RDP's on the right. He gives it to RDP. RDP gives it back to him because Messi makes the super tactical stop at the sort of top of the inside of the box and waits for it, and then just left foot taps it into his left side of the goal. So that was a fantastic play from him and RDP.
Yeah, I just watched it over again. And before I watched this one, it showed me another replay of the Region goal real quick. Not to go back too much, but just real quick. Did you see what started that Region goal?
No.
It was a Dane St. Clair long ball. It landed on Region. It got him in midfield.
Oh,
He dribbled it. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't see that.
That didn't go unnoticed. All right.
I mean, I never saw it. It didn't
Birthday
happen.
boy
Really.
coming here with contributions.
I mean, of course, like you kick a long ball to somebody. Somebody's gonna touch it with their foot, Danny.
It has to be accurate, though. Everybody says that he's not accurate. That was accurate.
It's
and
not always accurate.
It led to a goal.
Listen, if you have a broken clock is right twice a day, Danny. Okay.
Yeah, he's been right more than twice, though.
I mean, Brian Nobe saying St. Clair's best game today. I am a St. Clair hater. So that was our 4 goals, Danny.
So at that point, we're dealing. I'm excited. I'm like, good post game. I was gonna put America's team on the thumbnail because I was like, we just mollywopped Canada, and then they take out Bright, they take out Segovia, and then things fall apart again.
Yes, they ended up bringing in. They ended up substituting in. Well, Regilon got subbed in for Allen in the 68th minute, and then they brought in Plambek, Ayala, and Pinter in for Segovia, in for Bright, and in for Luis Suarez. And Ayala, like you saw in the replay, they're trying to get the ball out of their third. He turns, tries to play it to the other side, completely whiffs. Mm-hmm. I believe Kerr gets the steal, and then he passes it over. I don't know if it was Kerr or if it was someone else, if it was Etienne, but he ends up passing it, and Emilio ends up getting a super easy tap-in goal. At that point, I made a bet with my son because he said that they say Claire was going to get a clean sheet. I bet him $10. So I'm $10 richer.
Damn it, he blew it the 81st minute. That sucks. And he must have hated Ayala after that.
Oh, for sure. Ayala, this guy Ayala is comes in and out. I mean, he's coming in from the Baptist Health Center, walks in, they figure out he's a player within the first 20, 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden you get in and you do that.
Yeah, that's rough.
What a disaster, Ayala.
So at that point, I was like, man, that sucks. I really was hoping for a clean sheet. 4-1. Oh, well, still won by 3 goals. Yeah. And then things just continue to fall apart.
Yeah. And then after that, Emilio gets a hat trick, scores his second goal literally within the next 8 minutes at the 90th minute. And all hell breaks loose. Like pitch invaders are coming from out of nowhere. And I don't know what's the deal with the cameraman. Like, why can't we see the pitch invaders? Why do you have to pitch away?
Because they don't want to promote it. Because somebody might see it and be like, oh, that's cool, and I'm going to try that next time. Even though you kind of still know what's happening, but, a small kid sees it, they might get motivated to do it. So to not promote it, they just look away.
So there's 2 goals by Emilio. Tons of minutes left at the end of the game.
Aristizábal.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Emilio's on the back of his jersey, and I wasn't going to try the last name.
You know what? It's funny because I thought that was really weird. That he wouldn't put Aristizábal in the back of his kit.
Maybe because it's harder, or it's cheaper to manufacture a jersey with so many letters, maybe.
Yeah, because he's paying for it.
Well, he's not paying for it, but what if Toronto's like, dude, we got to make some cuts, and your name's one of them. We're not going to put your full name. Sorry, Emilio. So that's the game, Danny. 4-2. Inter Miami take it in Toronto, in the Great North, in front of Richard Greenberg. Hopefully Richard Greenberg was at the game. Shout out to Richard Greenberg if you're in the chat or you watch later. Let us know how the game was, man. It looked awesome.
I tried to Google to see why he doesn't put Aristizábal in the back of his jersey. I can't find the answer. I think it's so weird.
You're not going to find that obscure-ass question. Who cares?
I tried. Well, because his dad's a legend in Colombia. He's the one that led. Colombia's only won 1 Copa America, and it was on the back of Aristizábal, which had an amazing tournament. So
then why don't you call Toronto FC and ask them?
I might.
I'm sure somebody hit up our guys for the
TFC Unplugged. I'm going to hit up TFC Unplugged, and I'm going to ask them to ask him since they go over there. I'm like, yo, can you guys do me a favor? I need somebody to go up to Emilio and ask him, why don't you put Aristizábal on the back of your kid? Maybe he's estranged from his dad. Maybe he doesn't talk to his dad anymore.
Ooh,
but
maybe.
I don't know. I think it's weird.
It is kind of weird. And they mentioned his dad in the broadcast. Yeah. Like, I would have the last name over the first name.
I'm saying.
Like, you're not cool. Like, you're not
maybe Brazilian. If you had like a cool first name, but Emilio.
Well, but you have a lot of you have some Colombians that do the first name, the James. Does he put James in the back?
Yeah, he puts James. But
unless you're Brazilian,
but Rodriguez is mad basic.
It is.
And in
I
Colombia,
think Brazilians are the only ones that get away with that, right? Like putting the first names
use
on
only
there.
One name for whatever reason.
I think that's cool as shit. I think that's one of the coolest things. Like you're just boom. That's your name. I don't want to know the rest.
It's funny because
You're just
Ronaldo.
one name.
I didn't know Ronaldo's full name until Cristiano Ronaldo became popular. So like to differentiate, they started saying Ronaldo Nazario or Fenomeno. But like
Yeah.
before, it was just Ronaldo. Now it's
Or
Ronaldo Nazario.
like Gregory Mota.
I don't know Ronaldinho's full name.
No, who knows?
I don't know
it?
Neymar's full name.
Nobody knows their names. No
Casemiro,
one.
don't know his name either. Oh my god.
Kaká.
What's Casemiro's name? Kaká.
Kaká.
What a shit name.
You have Hulk.
Casemiro.
Hulk. I thought that was his nickname, but that's probably a name within his 10 names that he has.
If you had a guess, what do you think Casemiro's first name is?
Eduardo.
I found it. No. It's a basic ass name though.
Christian.
No. One more guess.
What is it? Daniel.
Carlos.
Oh,
Carlos
didn't
Enrique.
I tell you that's like one of the top 3 Spanish names? Carlos, Juan,
Jose,
and Jose. Yeah, those 3.
and if you want to go Colombian, Sebastian.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
All right, we just
We just derailed the show talking about one name player. Give us your best one name player.
That's what happens when you have a 4-2 victory that was uneventful and not impressive. All right.
Yeah. I mean, look at Rick A. Just comes through with a clothesline off the top rope.
It is.
Daniel
100%.
Basic AF.
I wish I had an original name. Daniel is basic as hell.
So let's go through our awards, Danny.
All right, standouts.
All right, put up the starting lineup here. Oh, okay. But you see, this is the thing. 1 World 1 goal, Pelé. He's Brazilian. He's allowed to do this.
Wait. Let's see what Pelé's full name.
Pelé's name, he looks like a Carlos too. Pelé looks like a Carlos, right?
Oh, Pelé's his nickname.
No, it's not. That's that.
Yeah.
So he was allowed to put his nickname on his jersey. It's not even a government issued name.
That's his nickname. So you're never gonna guess his full name. So this is his full name. Edson Arentes do Nascimento.
What in the world is that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go with Pele. I wonder how he got the name Pele. Well,
I mean, Stancy's saying I have a cool name. You do have a cool name. Isn't and then
name.
Rick A is saying, what's the D in KDB? Are you talking about like Kevin De Bruyne, or are you talking about my initials KBD?
I think it's KBD. I think he's talking about.
It's KBD. My initials are KBD. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Rick A is saying it. Yes, Rick A is. It's Bruno. That's my middle name, Bruno.
We don't talk about it though. All right. So, standout players.
What a mess. Standouts. I'm gonna go. Can I go on the bench? Sure. I want to go on the bench here, and I'm gonna go with standout player being you know what? I don't want to go on the bench. I'm gonna go with standout player being Gonzalo Lujan.
Okay.
I think Gonzalo Lujan stood out. I think he did very well.
I would have gone there also. Okay.
And I'll throw one more in. I'll go with Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez stood out. He did better than stupid ass Beterame.
All right, I'll go Lujan, Mikael.
I don't know about Mikael. I don't know what the love is with Mikael. Like, why is everybody so like everybody's so sold on Mikael? Like he's so great.
I think he's quick to get to the ball.
Great.
Okay.
He got a header scored on him.
Okay.
He's the tallest guy in the back line.
You're right, but I thought he had a solid game. Maybe he got
Mikael's,
that header scored on him, but I thought for the most part he had a solid game.
Overrated.
Yeah, I think that's it. And Region on the bench.
Well, I'm gonna give Region another award. Are we gonna
Okay,
go
but we only
with
have a few other ones though.
okay? Are we
So,
doing
qué
with
pena.
oh, que pena is so easy for me. It's
Mhm.
so easy for me. David Ayala. Like que
Okay.
pena. Like what's going on
I,
here?
I was gonna go Mura or Berterame. I think those are
Ooh,
the two
I mean,
options for me.
Beterame is a shoe. You know what it is? That Beterame is starting to be more of a solid que pena than Allende.
It's because Allende doesn't play.
Yeah,
Look,
but like
don't
this
doubt
is a
Allende.
disaster.
Look, let me tell you something. When Allende plays, it's a race. Like it's like
Yeah,
a race. Like who could
yeah,
be like who's gonna take it today? Is it gonna be
yeah, yeah,
Allende
yeah.
or Berterame? So yeah, don't question the powers of Allende. He can be much worse than Berterame sometimes.
Listen, a lot of people are saying Ayala or Mura, and then Brian's saying no, Beterame no.
And then Santiago saying Allende would play good with more space. You know what? I don't doubt it,
Hmm,
but with this team, you're gonna have teams that are gonna play in low block consistently. So he's never
yeah.
gonna have that space on this team. So all right.
Cali Sayed is saying St. Clair que pena.
Oh no, I wouldn't say that. And that's not me being biased. Today, of all the players, nah. All right, who's your man of the match other than Messi?
I'm gonna give it to Regilon.
Okay.
Man of the match, other than Messi, is Regilon. Listen, we've always said it. As long as he stays healthy and good, I think, the reason I say it's a feel good play for Regilon is because he makes this sort of very athletic play where he gets the ball midair,
Really? People
pushes
really
his
think
out.
RDP was the man of the match other than Messi? Really?
Oh, wow. And then he makes the
If he
pass
doesn't
to
score that
Messi.
goal, I'm sorry, Chris. If he doesn't score that goal, do you guys really think that
Oh
though?
no, but look, it's Leo Pulga. Leo Pulga,
Oh,
calm down.
oh, that's why there's so many
Don't
RDPs because
spam
it's
the
that
chat.
person.
Don't spam the chat. It felt like 45 people thought RDP
Yeah, that's what I
was
thought
man
for a
of the
second. Didn't
match
realize it was the same
because
person.
Leo Pulga took the whole chat over. We're gonna block you if you keep spamming. So let's chill. Yes.
He had
Okay.
some bad turnovers. I don't know. I wouldn't say man of the match. Nah, I don't know. Okay.
I mean, look, they're asking for a poll. Leo Pulga's asking for a poll.
Okay.
Should I pull it up?
Go for it. Yeah, put
Okay.
man of the match other than Messi. RDP
Okay.
or someone else.
Well, no, I don't know if we should do that. Okay, fine. So the RDP versus the field.
Yeah, just someone else. But not Messi, right? Because it's man of the match other than Messi. All right. You can
Okay,
argue
other
it, I
than Messi.
guess. But I
RDP.
Mine's is Bright. I thought Bright had a phenomenal game. I thought the fact that he was the deep line midfielder, you couldn't get by him. He had plenty of interceptions. He was playing center. He was playing the third center back position, and he was pushing up into the midfield. I thought Yannick Bright had a great game. So that's who my man of the match other than Messi is.
There's the poll, guys. Man of the match other than Messi. Type 1 for RDP and type 2 for someone else, not Messi.
Yeah. RDP had a goal and an assist. I know that's fair, but I thought Bright was a bigger difference maker. Even though, I mean, obviously you score goals, that's the difference maker. But
Yes.
I thought Bright had a really good game.
I thought Regilon, with the time that he had, played fantastic. He played good. The thing that he did just on the play that he scored, I fear that because that's something that Noah Allen hasn't done just yet. Like that sort of involvement. And I don't know if it's because the coaching staff is sort of limiting him. Because I don't know, Danny, I feel like my memory serves me better. I remember earlier when he was playing left back before Jordi Alba came. I felt like he was a lot more involved in the offensive attack.
Who was
this
it? I'm
was
sorry?
before Messi, Noah Allen.
Oh,
I felt like he was more involved in offense. And I feel like this coaching staff or whoever's like running the play is just not wanting him as involved. And what Regilon did today in my opinion, is something that we haven't seen Noah Allen do. That same pass, that give and go with Messi.
But because Region is better than Noah Allen. Region at one point was playing with Madrid. Like he's a higher caliber player. Was it with Chelsea that he was with also for a while? Like
no,
like caliber
wasn't
player.
it
The recent
Manchester United or Man City.
I forgot. I know he was in the Premier League. I don't remember who. Or I think it was with the Spurs actually. I think it might have been with the Spurs. But you know, he's a high quality player. It's just that he's always injured.
And this is the thing here. Xavier says Jordi was tutoring Noah. You could see that he really,
because Noah was playing center back for most of that time.
Robante Rame.
And Brian, just so you know, when you vote, if you vote, it won't count like repeated votes. Like if you voted one, that's it. It won't count.
That's it.
One again.
That's it.
Like so, because I've seen that you put one more than once.
Stop trying to cook up the polls here, guys.
Yeah, no, it only lets you vote once, and then it won't take any other votes. So
end the poll right now?
53 to 47, which is fair. That's a close poll. So a lot of people feel RDP. And look, I can't argue, right? He scored a goal and an assist. I didn't think it was the smoothest of games, but okay. I thought Yannick Bright. I thought off the ball. I think he did a lot. And even that, he had 4 passes into the final third, and he was playing as a deep lying midfielder, and he still had 4 passes into the final third. I thought Yannick Bright played one hell of a game today.
Hold on, I think I have a better poll than the poll that we just had.
Okay, well,
I think I have a better poll.
That. Are you paying attention? Because I'm going to ask you the foot mob scores. So
sure.
Who was the highest rated player that did not score or assist, which means you have to not include DePaul, Messi, or Suarez.
So without including DePaul, Messi, or Suarez, can you put up the starting 11?
Yeah.
So without including DePaul, without including Messi, without including Suarez, I think I'm going to go. So I think I'm going to go no. And you can't count what's this guy, the Spaniard.
But he's not in the starting lineup.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Yannick Bright.
Correct. 7.9. So Yannick Bright was the highest rated player on the pitch.
Ball, baby.
He was all over the place today. He did a great job today. All right, who is the lowest rated player?
Oof.
Yeah, man. He was. Look,
I mean, it's one of 3.
I looked at his heat map. Look at his heat map. He was basically playing center back but pushing up when needed. I thought Yannick Bright had played one hell of a game.
Wait, hold on. You gotta show it on the other side, on the microphone side, because the picture's covering it. There we go. Yeah.
Oh. All right. Now, lowest rated player on the team.
It's only between 3 players.
Well, I'll tell you that
It's
the
either
lowest rated player,
Veterame,
period,
Mura.
the lowest player, period, was on the bench. A 4.9 from Ayala. So let me just get that out the
That's
way.
Ayala.
Yeah.
I was going to say Ayala.
So the lowest rated player that is on the starting lineup. And by the way, not a lot of low ratings. The ratings were not very low. So a lot of people did pretty well this game, apparently. Statistically, I guess.
I'm going to go with Veterame.
Berterame is in a 2-way tie with Mikhail, 6.9. No, with 6.9.
Mikhail, I told you guys, he's so overrated.
He almost got a 7.0, which is basically a good game. The 6.9. All right, who is the second highest behind Yannick Bright?
Segovia.
Nope.
Lujan.
Nope.
Okay, I'll do one more try. Dane St. Clair.
And that's that he gave up 2 goals.
Whatever.
And he was still the second highest. That's a good game.
Who would you add as far as to a list of worst signings so far? Allende, Veterame, Ayala.
Oh, you're doing a poll?
Yeah, I'm doing a poll right now.
Or Mura. Just end it with Mura, and that's it.
Okay, so I'm going to create the poll right here, guys. You got your options 1 through 4. Worst signing so far, because I thought that was an interesting question. Ayala, Beterame, Allende, and Mura. Remember, you guys cannot cook the poll. One vote.
Yeah, it'll even if you vote more than once, it'll still only count it once. So don't even bother.
Yes.
All right. You know what? This is tough for me because for me it's either 2 or 3. It's either Berterame or Allende, and I'm leaning towards Allende, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because we knew how bad he was. We saw it for a whole effing year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we still decided to bring him back. Knowing how bad you should have been like, wow, he had a really bad year, but at least it was saved in the playoffs. So let's just end this relationship, but we end it on a good note. But we're like, no, we'll bring him back. And that's what to me ruined it. EMZ, we told you it doesn't work that way. It still only counts as you voted
EMZ,
once.
you're gonna get literally blown to blocked.
All right. That's why I would lean towards Allende, just because we knew that he wasn't good. We saw it for a whole year, and we decided to bring him back. But Berterame, because he's a DP, then it has to go to him, right?
Well, and look, Rick is making a good observation. Says, Danny, please consider price tag and return on investment.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's why I said Berterame. But a part of me wants to go towards Allende just because we knew what we were getting. We knew it was a bad signing.
We were full aware of the product.
We said, well, maybe somehow he carries this playoff run over, but I doubt it. And look, like how. And there was
hot
people
buns
literally that said, no, give him the DP. What? I mean, giving it to Berterame wasn't any better. So either way, the DP was going to go to waste, I guess. But still horrible. All right.
So Chris, I'm going to stop the poll. Berterame takes it cleanly
by a landslide.
64%.
He's a DP.
And then Mura is at 18%. Ayala at 14%. And Allende with the least amount, 5%.
Because he hasn't played, so people forget.
Yeah.
I'm excited to do the mid-season episodes once we go into the World Cup break, because we'll be doing all of this. We're signings and all that stuff. Those should be some fun episodes. All right, Chris, any final words?
Look, I'm okay with this win, Danny. We got another away game, so that means another possible win. And then next week we're playing against Phil Neville.
Shout out to Carlos. I'm sorry that you joined us at the very end, but Carlos. I appreciate you jumping on.
Yes, thank you for joining us, my friend. You are the legend.
We got a midweek game. We got Cincinnati on Wednesday. Yes. So we'll be back on Monday to preview that game.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday, obviously after the fact, for the post game. And I guess we'll preview the Portland game that same night, because I can't podcast on Tuesdays or Thursdays. So, I can't do that unless you run it. I can't do that.
We'll have to see how this week works out. Rick A with the $4.99 Super Slam says, it's my guess we are dumping Bete and getting someone else. Remember, we don't have a number 11 jersey assigned.
That's why I want a winger. But everybody keeps talking about Casemiro. And again, Casemiro, world-class player. I don't see how that helps this team. I don't.
Yeah.
And we can have that discussion, argument, whatever you want to call it, in the coming weeks. But I do not think that helps this team get much better than it is right now.
Yeah.
Like what you saw today, the midfield wasn't playing poorly. They took out Bright, and then it was playing poorly. Guess what? You bring in Casemiro, you take away Bright. So maybe you improve that position a little, right? He's better than Bright probably.
Yeah.
But you're still not improving where you're lacking. So
correct.
What are we really doing?
All Unless you throw Bright at center back or something.
Well, that's another option.
Yeah.
All right. Happy Mother's Day to everybody, and to your mothers, your wives, if they're mothers, and all that. Well, I hope you guys celebrate and have a great weekend with that. We'll be celebrating with our significant others and mothers and all that good stuff. If you're listening on audio, appreciate you listening to the end. Leave us 5 stars and a comment. If you watch it on YouTube, like and subscribe. And we'll be back on Monday night to talk hair-ons all over again. So until the next one, have a good one.